Are we on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights. Cameras.
This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
It's 9:14. Good morning again. You're still on Culture Daily, and where we have the big conversations, very interesting ones, guests that would always bring you so much knowledge, and the people that you really want to get close to here on the screens, here on the radio with you as well. And this is 3 Music. It's Jay, it's Lenny, and I'll be telling you who is in the building in just a few minutes for those who haven't caught them on socials yet. But before we do that, every time we eat, food and sugars are getting trapped between our teeth, leading to tooth decay, sometimes gum disease and foul breath, and that's why you need to brush your teeth morning and evening. With Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, gives you the protection you need and leaves your teeth 10 times stronger. It is fortified with pro-fluoride and microcalcium ingredients that will seal tiny and invincible holes in your teeth. Listen, it comes in various pack sizes, so no need to say that you can't afford a big or a small one, because there are various pack sizes: 175, 120, 65 gram, and the 12 gram sachets. So don't just use toothpaste, brush your teeth with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter. It will give you the protection your teeth needs day in, day out. Now, also reminder on the fact that, listen, today will be a great day to step out and go and have lunch or dinner at Live Resto Lounge in East Legon. Enjoy special dish like tozafi, omuto, groundnut soup, fufu light soup, chicken, goat meat, you name it, red fish, and all. Call 020-133-7766 now to experience Live Resto Lounge. And also, Betway's got great news for you. Listen, as they are the proud official betting partner for Arsenal, now Betway is bringing you way more with the new fan exclusive page. Just place any bet on Arsenal and you stand a chance to win exciting monthly prizes from a range of Arsenal jerseys to memorabilia and more. Not only that, you also stand a chance to win a once in a lifetime play on the pitch experience inside the Emirates Stadium. It's ongoing till 31st of January 2025. It's exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. It's regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18, so bet the responsible way. Betway gets way more. Later on, I'll give you some info about Cowbell Coffee as well as what Lancaster Uni has got for you. But before that, quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, the Infinix 50i is also out. So please make sure you go and get yours. I'll tell you why you need to get yourself an Infinix. Now I'm madly in love with Infinix, you know that, right? Lenny, I'm just telling you about that. Yes, thank you very much. But the 50i is even better. Listen, 48 months fluency, durability, 48 megapixel crystal clear camera. That one, if you don't say, well, you can easily bash bush. 300% dual speaker, ultra volume, water and oil hand touch, and also it's got a fast charge system. So you need to get your Infinix 50i today, available in all Infinix shops nationwide. Grab yours today and step your game up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the big one, this morning we are honored to have 2 out of the mini squad inside. Kwan Pa joined us live in the studio. Should I say Willie and Cancer? Oh, I should say Willie's part. No, I shouldn't put
No. He's
Abbas.
Okay,
You see the Tuba Sheshe guy? There's this guy who dances behind him. Yeah, I'm going to be that.
I like that. That's a nice description. Yeah, the guy at the back there who.
Yeah, right.
That guy chop fans pass. Charlie, gentlemen, welcome to the studio. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Yeah, today we have a different side of you guys to talk about, but since we have you there, we need to just go back to the beginning, back to the basics. In Kwan Pa. Me, I was just saying on air that, just telling Lenny that about some 4 or 5, I don't know how many years back, when I chanced upon the Christmas renditions that you guys did. I was like, hey, I didn't even think about it though. Look at this. This is another creative approach to it. Because then you sent us back to the times we used to sing the Ghanaian Christmas carols.
Exactly.
You know, but due to digitalization, we have now now we don't sing we sing Merry Christmas to you. We don't cry, still the other one cries. Jingle bells. So the generation of today, you know, that we keep saying Gen Z. The generation of today, they are disconnected with some of the local Christmas carols. And for me, that was a very good approach to even amplifying your brand. But is that where the brand started from? That's the question to ask.
So, ironically, that was a year before it came out. So we actually had that rendition in 2017.
And nobody minded you.
And nobody minded us. It was just there until 2018. And then, boom.
What could be the reason?
I'm not too sure. I guess the timing of God, yes, and then probably the right plugs to push it at the time, because we did a thing in 2017, and then until 2018 December, it was just there. I mean, it was posted on social media, but nobody really minded us. And so I guess the right people saw it eventually, and then boom, it went out there. But those renditions of the Christmas songs we did, those actually pushed us into the limelight as far as traction is concerned. We had lots of traction from those renditions. It was simple. We just decided to work around the popular Christmas tunes and put it out there so that, for instance, Jingle Bells, and I always cite this example. The verse says that dashing through the snow. And then if we continue in a one-horse open sleigh, how many people see horses on a daily basis? I mean,
the word may be problem.
Unless you go to the body beach.
So exactly. So let's just bring it down. I mean, Christmas, food. You cannot take food out of Ghanaian Christmas. You cannot take some of these things. Bronya pata, the lights, the decorations, our dressing, and all that. Our bronya tadie. So let's just work around some of these and then bring it to the Ghanaian context. And FI.
Dashing through the snow. And one horse open sleigh. So the Ghana version could be what?
So we worked around building the Christmas hat, Bronya Pata. You know, for our part of, for Ghana, those times, I don't know whether it still happens now, but 24th, we usually put up the Christmas hat.
Yes.
The Bronya Pata, and then we decorate it with lights and all that. And then even the children would want to stay in the hat.
It wasn't a Christmas tree, it was a hat.
A hat.
Yes.
And so we decided that Jingle Bells in particular, let's rework it around building the Christmas hat, Bronya Pata. And so there says dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, all the fields we go, laughing all the way, bells or bobtail ring, bibri, and then and then we turned it around. Mummy him, afiatu yembiu, ochna ye yesu awoda, ene yebebo apata. Mummy him, afiatu yembiu. Ochina Yesu awoda ubia ka ho bi kofa ase kan bra kofa bre bra ene ye bebo apata nanso enso to de a ye bra
Bars. I mean honestly, if you were snowing in this country, like a lot of things. Even when I keep telling you this thing, I say, you see, all we need, it's Ghana's biggest problem. Sorry to digress. Ghana's biggest problem is the weather. And this people don't understand when I say that. You see, when I become president, I'll change the weather small. Just imagine if today was 15 negative, maybe negative 12 degrees this morning. Negative 12. Like, you don't have hawkers. Now don't ice what I'm now you go stay outside there and sell.
Well, you have a point.
Yeah, no.
But what would they be doing?
Like, you say,
what would they be doing?
No. We'll find alternatives. We'll find other means to survive.
But that's a conversation with the law.
You know, right?
Yeah, so just cool the weather small.
So I'm saying that even with the hawking,
yes,
it's a conversation with the law.
Yes, that's what
it's illegal for them to hawk.
Yes, it's illegal. But so since you can't stop it,
the weather wouldn't change.
No. You see, but are you come to sell Kivo to me in this weather? Are you come to sell newspapers to me in this weather? Yeah, now you go read them. You
have a point.
No. You see, change the weather small. You see, because the tropics, everybody comes out. Summertime will be up here January to December. Summer. Too constant. Wow. So. But in the birth, I'm going to come to the other purpose why we are here. You know, in the birth of this brand, a year before, there was still Christmas. I know you're saying that, look, God's time is... But what probably kicked the... I don't know, did anybody start particularly playing it? Or where did the spike happen from? You woke up one morning and realized that, a year ago's job, it's circulating.
Yes, kind of, because I went on Facebook. Actually, a number of people started sending me the particular video.
Yeah.
And well, it came from the first person, the second person. I was like, okay, Then by close of day, more people were sending me the same video. And I was like, that was when I realized, okay, then lots of people have the video.
Is it Mariah Carey that's got her Christmas Carol playing every? Because now you guys have become like.
I mean, thankfully, yes. For Christmas, the songs are truly played.
Yeah, heavily
played.
Across media houses.
Yes, and we get lots of invitation.
Yes,
especially in December, lots of invitation.
Yeah, last year we tried to get you guys, but you were booked. You were busy. Yes, I can understand. Cash out season. Wow. Okay, so then what has been a journey like since then? With Kwan Pa till now, like after that breakout.
It's been good. When we started the band, and let me say this, that the band started as a palm wine band right from the outset. So it wasn't like we started the group and we're looking for what the kind of music to do. Right from the beginning, we said we're going to do palm wine music, and we're going to do the kind of music Jack Onimo and his people does. And basically because we realized that palm wine music, that is what we do. Palm wine music. But for people like Jack Onimo, the Legon Palm Wine Band at the time, or Sir Crunchy and a few others, we probably may have lost it. And so we said, let's come into the scene, let's help sustain the music tradition, let's help in revitalizing the music tradition, and also for ensuring its continuity for posterity. We started performances about 3 months into our performances, and then we realized that we had to re-strategize, because we will perform and people go like, hey, what kind of music is this? Wow, is it Ghanaian? Is it our own? Why are you using only one guitar, only percussion, only the bells? Why are you not using the bass? Why are you not using the saxophone? Why? And then we had to explain to them, this is palm wine music, this is that. So we realized that people love the thing, but probably they don't have access to it. And that's why they're asking lots of questions. So we put out 3 strategies to help us. One, wanted to ultimately draw more attention to the music tradition so that we will ensure its continuity. So we said we'll not sit in Accra or just one place. We'll move around Ghana with the music tradition. And even outside Ghana, we'll move everywhere with the music tradition so that people will encounter the music one-on-one and appreciate it more. It will help in its sustainability. 2, we decided that let's put out bodies of work. So EPs, singles, albums, let's try and put something together so that the places the band cannot send the live performance to, probably the music, the bodies of work could reach there. And then we'll also have that awareness creation. Final one, we decided that movies are good. So
that's the third layer.
Yes.
And that's when he steps in.
Exactly.
We'll come to that.
Exactly. And so we said, well, let's embed. There's this thing they call advert placement. Where you subtly put certain things in the movies and all that. So let's embed the palm wine music in a movie. And then let's put it out there so that 20 years from now, 50 years from now, when somebody lay holds of that movie, the person still encounters palm wine music as performed, as it was performed.
Intentionality.
Exactly. And so this movie, which we'll come to shortly, it's a music drama. And so palm wine music is embedded in there throughout the movie.
Yes.
Nice.
Willie, do you like palm wine music? Don't lie to me.
Oh yeah. So with me,
your first answer said
no. If you say I wasn't really introduced to it like previously until I met Kwan Pa. And I feel like I'm an old soul. You get it? Like I'm an old soul living in the new era. Yeah. So like listening to it, like I really connect to it. So I love it.
Old soul.
Yeah.
An old soul. Fresh out of the box. No. But so.
Do you realize that we talked about this before? That anytime we have a conversation of high life and palm wine music, is often likened to something that is old.
So it's good to truth. Find a way to bring a refreshment into it, and I love this collaboration that you're working on film and palm wine music, and and attracting fresher generation to come and understand it, because like you said, rightfully we always throw it to the old people, because the names you have mentioned, Jack Onimo, Papa Nomne.
That was the perception we're trying to break away from. We're trying to move away from, because we usually will say, it's for the older folks, especially palm wine music. But when we started performances, we said, let's bring something different in there. And so, for instance, we picked the songs, the current songs, the popular songs, what people loved, and then we'll put them on our palm wine rhythms. Okay. And then we'll give it back to the people. So, for instance, we sample the songs, the very popular songs that people love. We'll also learn those songs, and then we'll put them on our palm wine rhythms, and then we give it back to the people. So they will listen to the song. Yeah. They know the song. They will sing along, but then it's presented in a different way. Yeah, which is still appreciated. Yeah. So in other words, we are building the taste of the people, so that they will come to terms with palm wine music. Okay. And then we will give them what we want to give them. Okay. Which is palm wine music.
Willie, so now what's the involvement with Kwan Pa Band?
So I'm an actor.
Yes.
And somewhere.
And a very good one.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Coming from Jay. I'm humbled.
Solid guy.
So I got a call to feature in their film, and I mean it was a great experience for me. Because I've been admiring them from afar and getting to be in the same space with them, and it was surprising because I was thinking, how are they going to do? They are not actors.
So wait, you had no relationship?
No, not at all.
A call came through. We met earlier.
Yeah. But it was just like I like a acquaintance thing.
And
like,
dancing.
Right. Yeah. One time they were playing at Port Belly.
Exactly.
And I was out with my family, and then there was like it was cool there. Like everybody was sitting down, and I was like, no, this song is banging. I need to jump on the dance floor.
Wow.
I did myself dirty there. So that was where we met.
Well, so then a connection started building from there. Okay, so now let's talk about this movie. Let's spend some time talking about this movie. I'm told there's a trailer to it. That's okay. We're putting up in a few minutes, but okay, no, let's watch the trailer first. I think we should. Now I'm eager to see it. So just for those as well who haven't seen it, let's watch this trailer. When we come back, we'll talk more about it.
It's not what it looks like. Huh? Esther, before you tell me that you feel butterflies in your stomach, the answer is no.
Love is a mystery. Why is love everything to people?
Hey!
And yet,
the American
nothing to other people.
And when I come, you know me, I'll scatter everything.
Why would people look and look and look, yet see less? But others will not even look.
Love this
but will see everything.
For the love, see, for inside. Why you laugh?
One casa to one for with immediate effect.
We are finally here.
Entini awuye, yachuwa bede. Obi akumechi na ujina desese.
You are asking for
Madam for wasumba yeshise. Emane yaso. One casa to one for with immediate effect.
When I fart, you don't talk.
It looks good.
No,
I like it.
We'll talk about trailer. I think we should do the top 10 trailers. I think this will be my trailer so far. I love it.
Thank you.
Okay, so before I ask what your role in there was or is, what is this movie about? I know you wouldn't share too much insight because you have to come and watch. But what is it about?
Okay, so storytelling is part of palm wine music.
Yes.
And this band, in 2022, we released a 6-track EP.
Okay.
So instead of working on individual videos, music videos for all 6 songs, we decided to put the stories in the 6 songs together seamlessly into a movie. Okay. And that is this movie which you saw, Sweet Palm Wine. That is the title, Sweet Palm Wine.
Okay.
And it's basically a romantic comedy.
Okay.
Romantic comedy, and it's universal. It's very family friendly. There's nothing bad in there, and so it's a romantic comedy with music, palm wine music, obviously.
I see a lot of love in there. What character did you play in there?
So you can call me the Watchman. Yeah, you can call me the Watchman. I was doing the N'Golo Kante works for my friend Kojo.
To be able to
to do his running.
Wow.
Yeah.
How in filming this, in putting yourself into character and taking this role, something that's got to do with palm wine music, I mean, just share the experiences with us.
So for me, I mean, with Kwan Pa on set, I mean, you definitely hear music every time.
Yeah.
And one thing that really attracts me about this project is the production design. Yeah. So they had to transform a whole place And that's like that's what baffles my mind like all the time, because I was in the space like 2 hours ago, and like nothing was up, and I just went to just go through costume and makeup, and then I came back, and then everything has been changed. Like it's so nice. And then like we with the cast, we have the old folks and the Gen Zs, and I feel that blend is very good. And it's something that we need in our films now. Yeah. And then the film also explores like different languages. It has Pidgin inside, it has Tree, it has English. And so that really excites me, because I feel
for
like
someone who played in YOLO, right? Who played in a completely different space when it comes to movies, something urban, something Gen Z, something, what will be your real expression when you came into contact with something that is very traditional, that's, yes, it's been urbanized for us to consume and love it, story you put in a setting, but how do you, with the contrast and the difference, how do you feel about it? Where do you lean more towards? You say to yourself that, Charlie, we should look at this direction a bit more, or you know what, Charlie, it's 2024, 2025, let's move forward in this direction. Right. Where the direction might be, let's follow our paths that are palazzos and big t-shirts.
Exactly.
And I see Kofi.
Right.
How do you draw the contrast, and how do you feel?
So for me, I feel with the kind that we have, it's something that's like people from different places or walks of life can tap into, because this is our way of storytelling and our music, but as compared to like YOLO is like easily accepted by everybody. You get it, but this is like organic, and I feel like is quite different from the norm.
Yeah. So the conversation. Okay, sorry, Lenny. Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to speak to Kaza about the movie, right? Because you mentioned that you put the EP into the movie. This is my first time hearing that has been done, working, or people who are known largely for music, working their EP, the entire EP into a movie, right? The ideation of this, where did it come from? In also beyond now making it accessible to posterity, and then also cementing, the whole body of work. Where did the idea come from? And then also the grit to push forward with it, being the first in this market. I'm saying, I'm doing my codes because maybe someone has done it that we don't know about.
Exactly. If you look at the Ghanaian movie I told you so, this follows in that same vein, kind of to some extent. And so basically, as you said, to cement the palm wine music, the music in there, to keep it there for posterity, to have access to it. Storytelling is part of palm wine music. Yeah. And if we look at now, people will usually not sit by the fireside again with the elderly, with the storyteller, with the children gathered around the fire under the moonlight, and tell their stories and imagine and picture the stories in their minds. Now let's translate that same concept into modern ways of doing that. So it's the same storytelling by the fireside, just that we've put it on tape or for consumption. So same storytelling, which is part of palm wine music, same thing, but we decide to show instead of just tell. We show.
Okay, so you come across as somebody who is very in touch with their traditions and culture, right? What has that been for you in also making sure that it's very evident in the music, and then now through the movie as well? Because then I think that you've just managed to revive modern palm wine music, okay, or revive the palm wine music that was there before. You've sort of just added your modern touch to it. And for those who didn't know what palm wine music was before, just listening to songs from Kwan Pa, you know it now.
just before that, it is not just Kwan Pa doing palm wine music now. We have
there are a lot of
Legon Palm
people.
Wine Band, yes, and then Ejakunimo himself. Now he's 93 years old. He still does.
Wow.
Yes, he's in Kumasi now. He still does palm wine music, but of course not as before. Yes. The for instance, our language, proverbs, storytelling, of course, and then our folk music, what we'll call emugu. Some of these aspects of our culture, if care is not taken, we'll lose them. And so for us as a band, for Kwan Pa, veering into palm wine music and doing palm wine music, it is beyond ensuring its continuity and all that. The passion is also there to ensure that we do it and do it well, and then we keep it well. So that some of these aspects that we may be losing, like our language, like our proverbs, like some of those things, we still will be in touch and we'll keep them.
Please hold on there. Let me spark a small debate between the two of you on a very interesting subject that you raised. And I think I had asked that question earlier on and makes it what Lenny is saying. How, and I want practicality on this.
Okay.
I see a similar generation, but we have different paths and different passions and different interests. But out of all these different interests, I see one line drawn to differentiate both, which is I describe it palazzo interests and I describe it fugu interest. if you get the picture I'm trying to paint.
Right.
Now, yes, so where's the fugu? The fugu that is so traditional, typical tradition. You guys have found something beautiful in tradition, and it's working. And we started with Atongo Zimba, who has traveled the world, gone way further than a lot of even people who are doing either Afrobeats or hip hop or all from Ghana, have gotten certain doors open for them. But it looks like we still haven't been able to either accept that originality that you spoke of could be a direction for us to go even super global, with our culture, or the heavy Western influence seems to be getting us all. We go for an event like, let's say, no, I don't want to bring
use the music awards. Just use the music awards.
It's even hard to use that. But
just rhetorical.
Yes. Okay. You attend certain events and you can't seem to find tradition in any of it. Everything there is so westernized. Everything, and we are all guilty of it. So yes, I'll say 3 music awards. We are so westernized. That's where maybe we define what ourselves for. If you debate what I talk, let me say you, but we define ourselves for there. I mean, all of you might not necessarily tune in, sit in the sky and tune in and start listening to some typical high life music he might not even necessarily play a Kwan Pa replica in his car. What do we do? What do we really, from our side, from Palazzo's side, what do we really want, and what can we do to be able to merge this thing, find a beautiful merger between our tradition and a mix of what we wish we could have been associated with, and create this new volcano of, I don't know, because I can imagine how crazy this would be.
Yeah.
How far Ghana can go with its culture if we're able to find a fine line. So that I attend the 3 music awards, and that day when I enter, I don't use 3 music awards, I want to use some other event. I attend a certain activity, maybe an EDM. DJ Mensa won't kill me too much. An EDM. And I go there, and from fashion sense to food, what's available, to art installations and how all these things look, now define what Ghanaian culture is. I don't know if I'm making sense with my explanation. Yeah. How can we marry these two? How can we find it? What do we do? What do you want from him, and what do you want from him? If I'm using the two of you as Fugu and Palazzo.
So I feel this is a conscious agenda thing. We need to be very conscious about it if this is what we want.
I feel you.
And with Kwan Pa, with the palm wine music, it gives a touch of Jama. You get it gives that. So we are able, for me, I'm able to gravitate towards that because of that feel.
I feel
so like he was saying, playing certain rendition of the latest ones, like the latest tracks, I feel if they do that like quite some time, and then they also use social media as a tool,
it could become a trend.
It could become a trend.
I feel you.
That way we like to listen to some of their body of work. Yeah.
So a difficult question. Would you want its tradition to be touched in any way? Because you play palm wine music.
I mean, so with what he said,
yes.
like,
Are you
Jama,
ready
Jama,
to
for
open
instance,
up? Yes.
Jama is not conventionally part of palm wine music. But we realize that the people love it, especially the youth from the different campuses, different universities, tertiary institutions, and even the senior high schools.
Yeah.
They love Jama. So let's bring aspects of Jama into palm wine music and let people love it. Let them enjoy it. Let them hook on.
So, Olele, what will be the debates then if we open up and now start touching and diluting what's, let's say, now palm wine music?
Not diluting. See, when it comes to music, Ghana, from our history, from time past, we have always explored as far as music is concerned. From even before High Life, if you look at regimental music, when the soldiers were here, we picked their regimental music. We did not have the trumpets and all that. So we put our local stuff on it, and then we had Adaha music at the time. People who could not afford the trumpets, the fifes, and all those things, they took it out and still performed the indigenous percussions in the line of Adaha. And we had Kunkuma music still coming down even when High Life was created. High Life made in Germany became Boga High Life. We're still exploring. High Life, some went to Germany. We still came down. Now we even have urban High Life, as they say. And so we have always explored. And it will not end now. We are still exploring. So I have a challenge when people say, we have left our own and we are now doing something else. I don't think so. I think we are exploring. But my challenge comes in where we totally neglect what we had and we all jump onto something extremely new, or not even entirely new, but to some extent. Let's still have some people doing, no matter the kind of music you are doing or the kind of path you are following, you definitely get people to support what you are doing. Right. So let's still have people doing the Boga High Lives. Let's still have people doing the guitar band music, the big band music, big band high life. Let's still have people doing the urban high life. And then let's keep exploring, because you cannot stop somebody from exploring. For instance, from doing a fusion, a measure of, say, high life and samba, or high life and Latino music.
Yeah, we can't stop people. Yeah.
People will keep exploring because they would want to come out with something fresh, something new. So let the exploration continue. But then let's, to some extent, maintain what we have built over the period.
Okay. So talking rhythms, just school us a bit, because I think you have in-depth knowledge about this, and I'm loving it. Will you tell me how they learn? I want to switch to the movie side and ask how they performed well in acting as well. Did you play a character in the?
Yes. So basically, I was a storyteller, but then I also played a dual role. I was giving directions to somebody who got.
But you haven't acted before, or you have acting background?
I was actually with Roverman Productions.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay.
2016, I joined. At the time, I was in the School of Performing Arts, University of Ghana. So 2016, I joined Roverman Productions, and the first quarter I was on stage, £1 million. If you ever watched that, so I was a character in there.
So the answer is yes.
That's the answer. I know. Then I even lost my chain of thoughts in the question I was going to ask. With regards to that,
you said rhythms.
No,
yes. I was talking about rhythms.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, what do you what is the schooling around some of these sweet palm wine songs and its rhythms? What is dominant in there that identifies it as this is palm wine music?
When the guitar hits the African coast, the West African coast, let me put it that way, the guitar came with a number of rhythms already. So what is believed is that the Crusaders of Liberia, they brought the guitar to us. They made contact with the guitar first, and then they also pushed it along the West African coast. So Ghana, Western Nigeria, all the way to even Congo Central. So they spread it like that. Now, it came with certain rhythms. For instance, there's a rhythm called Fireman. It came with that. There's a rhythm called Mainline. There's a rhythm called Dagumba. These rhythms were actually the rhythms that people taught us. And so once you learned the guitar at the time, for instance, Kwame Nsa, some of those early people who learned how to play the guitar, Kwame Asare is part of the Kumasi Trio, the very first palm wine band that recorded in 1928. Yes.
That was before the First World War.
That was the very first palm wine group and the very first palm wine recording. So those who learned the guitar at the time, they definitely will learn some of those rhythms that came with it. And some way, somehow, these rhythms have been maintained through our palm wine music and even into our high life music. Yam Ponsa is basically an extension of the main line that they taught us with the dominant seventh. If I made a bit technical, the dominant seventh.
Please break it down. we all want to know.
And he brought his guitar also.
He
has to play fast.
Let me just give you an
He should
example.
play fast.
You want make I do the intro for you?
Yeah.
Like I go do something on there, you know.
Thank you. It's fine.
Let me just give you an example. For instance, let's take a chord like this. This is the major chord, chord 1. Now, when you add the seventh, the dominant seventh, which in solfa notation terms is the tau or the flat 7, you get something like this. And in playing Amponsa, for instance, you play a lot with the 7. So, for instance, this first chord. In our music, the 7ths, we don't joke with it in our music.
In Ghanaian music?
In Ghanaian music, in high life, in palm wine music, because it really stands out. And so when you listen to Kofi Kenata's song, Samai, you listen to the whole thing and you enjoy that play of the 7th in there. And as soon as you hear some of those things, you may not technically define it, but inherently you know it is Ghanaian or it has something to do with our music, high life music and all that. So some of these elements in there have trickled down into what we do now. People may not technically understand it, but they feel it, they know it. It is part of our sound.
Right.
The use of percussions in our music, the way we play our drums, highly syncopated, highly syncopated, and so it doesn't follow maybe a regular, it doesn't follow a straight pattern like that. There's always high syncopation in our kind of music, and so instead of doing pa 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 in our music, we usually do maybe pa 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 pa.
I get it.
Pa pa.
Yeah.
But we always
so let me break it down for our listeners. For those who know footy loops. You go feel lay some 4, so but if you say you want to change size small, you take the kick and put it small before you use footy loops.
I use before. Yes, bro. I do so many things.
Oh, that's nice.
It changes small, then it changes the drum pattern a little bit. Yeah, okay, all right. That makes sense.
But
that makes sense.
Elements we have managed to have them in our music. For example, the clavi pattern, the very popular clavi pattern, the cha 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 cha. Before the Afro beats, we used to do that a lot with the very indigenous idiophones, like the castanet, the frichua, the bell and all that. But I realized that in Afro beats usually is the clap. They use the clap to do the same clavi rhythm, which runs through lots of our music. So I'm just saying that there are elements in our music which will make them stand out, which will make people easily identify our music. If it's possible, let's still maintain some of these things running through our music, just for the sake of identification, but we should keep on exploring.
Yeah. On the journey, on your palm wine music journey, right? Have you noticed, or do you think that, we are losing touch, we in comparison to the younger generation, or we are just falling on popular trends when it comes to music?
No, it's the exploration I talked about. People are still exploring. And some of us have still decided to maintain what we had, maybe, and put a touch of the current trends on there. But we still have people who are doing the pure kind of music from our side. Yes.
Okay. How communal would you say palm wine music is?
It's palm wine music.
When you say how communal, I think like what?
In bringing people together, in also, binding people across generations.
I'll tell you
all
what,
of that.
Right now, if we do maybe community service, we are going to clean some place, and the band speakers there, bro, they go jam.
They want some black cherry. 10 days I would take it.
That comes to the question I was asking about: what do we really do to really love I don't know, but
you see, he just mentioned Black Sheriff.
Yes.
And then gave an example, a song I made, a popular song.
Yeah.
With some of these, that is why we also pick some of these popular songs and we do them on our Palm Wine remix.
Exactly.
And so when we are doing Black Sheriff on Palm Wine, when we are doing current songs on Palm Wine, but you see, the beginning of Palm Wine music did not start as a music tradition. It started as a conversation, as a concept. So the guitar, the drums, all these things were not part of Palm Wine music. But of course, at the time, we didn't say we're doing Palm Wine music. It wasn't even a music tradition. Basically, people will gather at a Palm Wine joint after the hard day's work, and then they'll talk about issues of life. And then spontaneously, music will start, and everyone will join in the chorus, and they will sing. But the music they will sing must be connected to the topic being discussed, and everyone will join you.
So more like the call and response.
Yes, yes, to some extent, the call and response, which is also very integral part of our music. When I say our music, Ghanaian music, from where it started. So it's just a concept. We are talking about, say, poverty, and then spontaneously somebody raises a song which must be related to poverty, and everyone will join and they will sing. I'm sure. If we're talking in current terms, we'll definitely be talking about Galamsey. Yeah. And then somebody will definitely raise a song related to Galamsey, and everyone will join, and they will sing at the time. And so that is how it started. For everybody. Once you want a place to have fun, a place to join a particular conversation, a place to express yourself, go to the Palm Wine joint. Right. You find people there, join them, discuss, and sing.
So I have a question.
Okay.
So why is it that contemporary high life music, as it were, is not addressing current conversations or challenges? Because from what you are saying, the genre was built on conversations that we surrounded ourselves by.
Exactly.
And music travels. So music's able to send a message, even inform those who are uninitiated or do not know what's happening. And I believe that's why high life as a genre was able to have its footing in other genres here in Africa, right? i.e. Ghana, Senegal, and so on and so forth. So if we say contemporary high life, we are hearing a lot of bottles. I
was about to say that. I was going to mention. Let me tell you something. I was going to mention his name, and then you spoke, and then my mouth is broken.
That means you're not actually. I mean, contemporary, yes, because of the new technologies that have been involved in the production of the record, and how we are bending the sound and stuff like that. But clearly, high life is the content or the lyrics of the record. So why are we hearing a lot of profanity under the guise of contemporary high life, and we are not really having music that address current issues?
In Palm Wine music, there's nothing like music for music's sake.
Okay.
Music for music's sake.
Okay.
There's always a story behind every song.
Okay.
And so lyrics, when we take the lyrics part of the whole music, it is an integral part of Palm Wine music that we don't joke with. And of course, it even into high life, lyrics is part. I have a challenge with getting a definition for high life. And in my mind, we cannot actually have a straightjacketed definition for high life, because I group high life, or the definition or its explanation, I put them in under three categories: the lyrics, and then the sonics, the sound, what you actually hear, and then what the person says I do. So for instance, if the person is doing whatever kind of music, the person says, I'm a high life artist, I do high life. Well, let's agree that he does high life. But I'm just saying that the lyrics part of our music, that is what has been tampered with a lot.
Good.
I think we are not paying so much attention to the lyrics or the lyrical content in our music. I think now anything goes, but it wasn't so before.
Yeah.
It was actually an expression, a conversation, usually around topical issues, usually around things that you would want people to listen to. Now we have moved away from some of those lyrics, I think. But it's all the exploration I talked about. People are still exploring.
Okay. So yeah. Okay.
I would say I just like to add up to that. I feel maybe back then it wasn't too commercial like that. That's why people wouldn't really take notice about the lyrics, because right now, if you had to produce such records with like that kind of lyrics, like the market for that will be very less, and everybody wants to cash out. They want to do things that they'll make some money. So that's why we'll have the bottles, because the bottles there is going to sell.
I think that it is the way we put it out there.
Okay.
I think now we don't cover it. Now we just put it there as it is. But some of these things like the bottles, things and all that, you think we were not singing about some of those things? We were. For instance,
I was going to ask
take Ejako Onimu. Ejako Onimu has a song, Adam Pine. And until recently, not quite recently, some time back, we were having a discussion with Ochame Kwame. And Ochame Kwame said, he drew our attention. He said, do you know the real meaning of that song? And then we cross-checked. With Papa, we did everything. And then realized that, hey, the song is a song. The lyric says, so let me use it. So let me just put any name there. So maybe Willie Chambers, Besi Madam Pine, Adam po hymno, Menkodam koda Adam po hymno, Adam po hymno. Now that song actually talks about intimacy. It talks about intimacy.
It's not talking about nation building.
No. But you see, until you are told. So Ejako Onimu calls it court language. There's a difference between the normal street language and then the court language. So for instance, when he says Asasebejo Tata, it literally means that you will die, but in a different way, like a metaphor. And so these things were embedded in the music. So they will say the thing, but they will not say it raw like that.
Like right now, how we would this thing. But you see what he's saying, maybe so in some 25 years to come, somebody will say Zomi Zo. Will have a different meaning.
Don't do that.
Is the last one? The last one. Don't make sure come and explain to us what this last one means. How do you feel overall being part of this whole production? And what should we, the viewers who come watch this thing, what should we take out of this?
Well, I feel very excited to be part, because I feel this could be a revolution, though, and more of it could come out, and I feel to be part of the early stages of it. And what the audience should watch out for, I think they should watch out for something unique, something organic and beautiful.
When is this premiering? Where is it premiering? How do we get there?
This very Saturday. 2 days.
Okay.
From today, Saturday, 26th October, Silverbird Cinema. So we are doing both locations, Accra Mall and then West Hills Mall.
Okay. Simultaneously?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, 2 shows on the night, two screenings on the Saturday, 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. So if you are closer to Accra Mall, you get Accra Mall tickets, 7 p.m. or 9 p.m., whichever you want. If you are close to Accra, West Hills Mall, still Silverbird Cinema, 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. on Saturday. Tickets go for 100 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, very affordable.
Yes.
Wow,
yes,
gentlemen, it's been great. Thank you very much. Just if I let you off, you have to give us something before you go.
Sure.
Let's enjoy some classics.
Yes.
Whilst I'm quickly preparing on that, let me just remind my listeners that there's a degree program available for you at Lancaster University. 50% scholarship if you apply. Apply now via their email. It's admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. For more inquiries, call 0209 60 70 08, or also check out their website. It's lancaster.edu.gh. EDM Festival is also happening this weekend. Don't tell me you guys are on the EDM as well. They're talking. No, not yet. EDM is happening this weekend as well. So if you want to be there at the Good Park in Accra Mall, so just come by. It's going to be various art installations, music, local food, and continental as well. And tickets are on sale. Airport Shell, Pinkberry, Star Bites, Frankie's, Lemus, Nalem Clothing, Talande Tea, and Pizza Man, Chicken Man. All right. Wrap us up.
So this is a song from the movie. It is titled "Immediate Effect." Where he was advising his friend.
So he sang.
To be cautious.
So he sang.
If I sing right now, everywhere we start.
So we're asking everybody to come and watch on Saturday.
Okay.
So this is Immediate Effect.
Okay.
Madam for wason beye she say, hey, Emane Nyanso, one cassette hofo with immediate effect. Anthony Awoye Kodo, Yachawa Bene, Bimpo Mechi now Gina de say, ne papa Jessoa, Madam for was some bay, she say, hey, Emane Yaso, one cassetto for with immediate effect. Okay, I can't win ya any tear. Young funny sending papacho. Wow. Webisa was some umacho. Wow. Mama ne banajin some machine. Hey. Papa in Swakuma Ben. It won a dahono and your decoration. Papa wore black belt, one ton of carnation. Udia gra as I said, Joe, bra to off with immediate effect. So that is immediate effect, which is in the movie.
This is just a piece of it. So be at the Accra Mall, West Hills Mall this weekend, 7 p.m. 2 showing times. You kind of miss it. Based on where you wanna go and watch it, you can get the tickets there. But thank you so very much, gentlemen, for being here with us. Truly appreciative. Listen, we are back here tomorrow on Culture Daily. Enjoy the rest of the day, and we're out.
Bye.
Culture Daily was brought to you by Telecel.